What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Terror Table for episode 75. 75, guys. We're on episode 75.
That's 3/4.
That's huge. Like I didn't even realize that until today. I was like, that's kind of a milestone episode.
We're chump change.
It sucks because it's like I feel like I haven't been here like the last couple ones.
Well, you haven't.
I know.
But
that's more of a fact.
We're gonna get some things out of the way. First is so episode 75. First of all, it's huge. Second of all,
huge.
The Terror Table, if this is your first time tuning in, we are a podcast dedicated to unfiltered and unrated conversations on the horror genre. Sorry, speaking with a drawl.
Thomas Jane.
But we're continuing our series of listener appreciation episodes. So we've let a select few listeners choose the topic of which movies we're going to watch for our main features for the next couple episodes. It's going to be like 8 episodes. We got another one that's added to the... We got Dusty Rhodes, the homeboy from... I think he's from Vegas. Is he from Vegas or is he just a Vegas fan?
I think he lives in Vegas. The American dream.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes. He's a fan of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Isn't it the American Nightmare?
Game 1.
No, that's his son.
Oh. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals this year. Quickly, Boozy, who are you rooting for? Golden
Washington.
Knights? Yeah? What, because of Ovechkin?
Yeah, and I used to be a big Washington fan, so...
Yeah, I want Ovechkin to win a cup, but I also like the idea of Vegas winning.
I think they're going to win, just because it's like too good of a Cinderella story to not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's amazing. But I also just want to see a fucking hockey game in Vegas. But I guess that's not going to change if they lose.
Is Boston still in it?
Fuck no.
They're at the final 2.
Yeah, this is like the finals now. It's going to be Vegas or Caps, but Caps choke a lot. But
hey, what about the Saskatchewan Rush? How are they doing?
I think they're in the final.
The first playoff game is this Saturday.
I've never seen a game, but I heard it's great.
You're not really missing a lot.
Oh, I heard it's like a big party.
People love Rush. You're the only person I know who's ever said a negative thing.
You go to all the Rush games.
It's because I'm working backstage every fucking game. So.
Yeah, so it would take a little bit of the magic out. But okay, go Knights for you, Dusty. Dusty chose 10 to Midnight. It's a Charles Bronson movie. We'll get to that. We got a lot to go eventually. Like, we're still working our way through. But today we're going to start off with first. Oh my God, this is a mess. I'm Mitch, if you're tuning in for the first time, and right next to me is...
I'm Boozy.
And next to him...
Hola, mi llamo es Diego.
We should have said for the first time in a while.
Back for the first time.
Feels like it's been longer than 2 weeks. It hasn't. It hasn't.
It's been longer. We just have only done 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way.
I'm sick again. Just in case people are wondering why my voice is so fucking
Diego.
sexy.
Well, if you're ever listening, like if you listen to the Terror Table religiously, you know, like every 3 weeks,
80% of the episodes that my voice is fucked.
Well, no, it's like one of us is sick every
rotation.
Yeah, every 5 episodes. It's like we gotta take better care of ourselves. But yeah, today we're going to be tackling our friend Lana's pick, which is going to be The Gift, which was directed by
Taika Waititi.
No, Joel Edgerton. Jesus,
he directed it too?
Yeah, it was written, directed.
Are you okay?
No, I don't know why. I've just been fucking up with words today. But yeah, Lana chose The Gift, which we will get to in the main feature. But to give you guys a little bit of an idea, obviously you all have heard us talk about Lana before. Lana's our friend from Boston who's an incredibly talented and knowledgeable and well-versed blogger who for some reason enjoys listening to our dumbasses on a weekly basis. She's one of those few people who tweets at us almost always within 24 hours of us posting a new episode regarding something that we've discussed.
Hey guys, hated this week too.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool feeling. But above all else, Lana has become our friend. Diego and I are even going to meet her this in person and for Halloween this year in Florida. It's going to be spooky. But yeah, Lana's good people, so it's, I guess, weird that she chose a movie that's about exclusively shitty people. But we'll get to that eventually. But before that, a couple things to get out of the way. We've recently discussed the new music podcast that's based out of Saskatoon here, titled So Be It, which is hosted by Jeff Thiessen, who was on our episode on The Mist a couple episodes ago. Him and his co-host Johnny Pander are 3 episodes in now, and I was on the 3rd episode. And I know Boozy's going on in a couple weeks. At least that's
so.
Yeah, that's what they said.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. It was a blast. I love those guys, and I wish that they had a catalog of 100 episodes so I could binge them. Because it's not just because they're my friends. I legitimately love their show.
I still haven't even met Jeff. But
Yeah, you'll meet Jeff.
He added me on Facebook. He seems a cool guy.
Yeah, Jeff, he went and saw Slayer last weekend,
Yeah.
and he apparently just fucking marathoned the Terror Table the entire time. He just listened.
Yeah,
to
I saw him comment that.
Yeah, so he was like, I was listening to your Freddy vs. Jason. He's a huge Freddy vs. Jason fan.
Oh,
Yep.
one of us.
Yeah,
one of us.
But no, that was tons of fun. So go check out So Be It and listen to the episode. I was on the episode titled 5 out of 10.
Did my question get on air?
They asked a question?
I asked the question.
I think a couple people asked questions, and they're in their third episode now, so they're fucking up.
Hey, if you guys ever need someone to come on the episode and talk about the true genius of Lil Pump, let me know.
That would probably be a good episode for you
I
to.
think I could do a good hip hop episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a hip hop episode.
Yeah, enlighten them in that world.
Lil Pump, let's get
So yeah, check out So Be It. Love you guys. Also, we have a brother podcast titled Erie International, featuring our friends Dave, David, and Andy. On Andy. Sorry, I'm so fucking bad with words. But yeah, check out Erie International.
Good with your mouth though.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's
Yes.
getting hot in here.
But yeah, check them out. Good pals of ours. And a quick shout out to our friend and listener Brian O'Toole, who I picked up a few of his movies recently, and I intend on watching them. And we hope to have him on the show at some point in the next couple months. But he's a co-producer on Dog Soldiers, and he's
which is a beloved favorite of ours.
Yeah, it's like Boozy's favorite movie of all time.
True.
And he also co-produced and wrote Cemetery Gates, which I found at High Tech last week. So
and Bones, didn't you?
Yeah, but I was excited to get Bones, but he didn't have anything to do with the Bones.
Oh, I know.
Just threw that one in there.
But yeah, I look forward to watching. I've seen Dog Soldiers a handful of times now, and I look forward to watching Cemetery Gates and having a chat with him about this.
Oh, and quick shout out to Kent's podcast, Roll to Play.
Wait, you were on there recently?
Yeah, I was on there a few weeks ago, and the episodes are out, and I've taken you guys might have noticed, like I've been like dead off Snapchat for like a long time. Like I'm not snapping as much as usual and everything. Yeah. I've taken a pretty big break from social media just because I don't.
It's so refreshing, hey?
Yeah, it is.
I would love to do that if we didn't have this Terror Table thing.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm just nah.
I did it for like 2.5 weeks and I loved it.
Let's trade at some point. You guys will have to take over because I've wanted to take a break.
Yeah, I've taken a break from like social media, like other than when I had to like promote our show and everything, like the Alex show. Other than that, I don't go on Facebook much anymore, not even on Twitter. Instagram every once in a while, but yeah, so I haven't shared Kent's podcast, which I've been meaning to do.
We shared it on.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we talked about it on episodes when you weren't here.
Okay, but yeah, it's I was on Kent's episode with
promoting Kuso,
pistol whipping everyone with Andy and David Hopkins from Air International. It was a blast. Super fun RPG. I was running off of 24 hours no sleep, and I was drinking wine at 7 a.m. So it was a lot of fun. But yeah, go check that out if you haven't already.
Cool. Well, I guess that's everything that we've gotten out of the way. That's all the business. So let's get down to what we've been up to. So start off with Diego. Yeah. What have you been up to?
I haven't, not a whole lot, because I've been busy. I think you talked about it on the So Be It podcast. I think I had that show.
Yeah.
So that took up a lot of my time. I was a guest on a local podcast here.
Oh, I watched some of that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yes.
You guys live streamed it too, right?
Yeah. It was 1103 presents Pass the Aux, and it was mostly in promotion for our show and Alex's album, but it was really cool. It's a cool idea. It's just you just talk
like this.
You just talk shop, and you pass the aux cord and play music.
That's pretty cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Idea.
No, they're really cool guys. They have like a really good thing going here in Saskatoon. Like it's a group full of there's like a barber, there's clothing designers, and musicians, and podcast hosts.
Did you troll their aux cord? Man, that's like the first thing.
Did you play clowncore?
No, I was like, I don't know these guys very well. I don't know if I should, so I didn't.
Check out Clowncore on YouTube.
I love Clowncore. We should post Clowncore.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah,
we've shown you. The clowns playing music in the toilet. That's actually for some reason really good.
They're in a porta potty.
I did not see those.
Okay, we'll show you on break.
Yeah.
It's very quick.
Yeah. I got sick, so that was fun.
Any movies?
Continue to
no
be
movies, but I started playing this game on my Switch. It's also available on PS4 and Xbox One. It's called Death Road to Canada.
Death Road?
Death Road to Canada. It's basically the Oregon Trail, but more interactive.
Is there bears?
Not that I've seen yet.
Oh.
You build you build a team, and the zombie apocalypse happened, and you're trying to get to Canada because it's the only place where there's no zombie apocalypse. And you go from town to town collecting supplies and everything, but in like Oregon Trail and stuff, where it's just one screen. When you arrive at a town, you actually get out of your car and you go in and you loot things and kill zombies and stuff.
This sounds awesome.
Try and make it back to your car, and then just keep going and going, and it's a lot of fun. I got on my Switch because on the plane ride I want to play it, and I just want
to bring your Switch on the plane ride.
Fuck yeah,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I want to play Doom.
I still have never played the Switch.
Yeah, well if you sit, you'll be sitting next to Courtney though.
No, she goes in the carry-on.
Yeah, if you sit next to me, I'll prop it up and we could play Zelda or something.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's the one I really want to play.
Yeah. I didn't get around watching any movies or anything. I've had a busy last couple of weeks. I'll have more to talk about next episode because there's this game that comes out on Tuesday called Agony.
I think I've heard about this one.
It's you're in hell. And
oh no, that's just my life every day. So continue.
You're in hell and you're trying to escape, and that's the gist of it. So it's supposed to be. There's a lot of vaginas and death and blood and.
Once again, it's straight up just my life.
Vagina. That sounds the title of your memoir.
Vagina's an agony.
And then other than that, it's Dave Roberts might appreciate that I've been trying to get back into wrestling. He doesn't listen to this, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he does.
I know, I'm kidding. I've been trying to get back into wrestling a lot.
I'm so proud of you.
I've fallen in love with Dean Ambrose. He's my hero now. Boozy's not too happy about that, but he's giving me some slack. But yeah, other than that, no, I haven't really done much.
That's fine. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'm a sick baby boy.
Boozy, what have you been up to?
I don't know if I mentioned it last episode, but I went to High Tech after you guys said that you can find cheap movies there, and I bought a whole bunch. And while I was there, I ended up buying Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Because it was for $30.
Yeah.
That game just came out. Anyway, I wrapped the campaign. It was a lot of fun. I wish it was longer. I don't know why people shit on that game so much.
I sold it for $10.
Really?
It's because it's not the campaign or anything people are saying about. It's the whole loot box controversy that happened when it first came out.
No, that wasn't it for me. I thought it was just fucking boring.
Well,
I felt like it was very
so
basic.
good. And the idea of the story is awesome because it's rooted between the main saga and the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
so.
I'm so used to like shooters that offer cool things. Like it's a pretty basic shooter.
Oh, it totally is. It's more cinematic.
Yeah, it was cool to be in the world, but once you beat the campaign, I just felt there's nothing for me to do here.
Yeah. You heard about the whole loot box.
Yeah, I know all about that, and that didn't bother me either, just because I'm not like a huge gamer to the point where I'm going to be competing.
Oh well, to me it didn't bug me because I was competing. It just bugged me because it's EA. Just like they were treating it like they were selling you half a game for full price.
They've been known to do that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But this was their worst.
Is $30.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, for $30, that's justifiable. Yeah. I bought it for $85.
So I would be a little more angry, but I was like, sweet. I usually pick up games like way after they come out and just like.
But I'll still do it every time they put Star Wars on a video game. I'll buy it.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with you and Alien though.
Yeah,
like
that's
Colonial Marines and shit.
I have the big box set downstairs somewhere.
Yeah.
What else did I do? Me and Tyler went and saw Rampage.
Yes, I've been wanting to hear about this.
Fuck. What a nightmare of a movie.
Oh.
If they had played it off as a joke.
So it wasn't even fun?
It was fun, but it was like it was unintentional fun. Like the stuff that was the best out of it is when it was so serious that you're like, no way. They played it so fucking serious. It was dumb. And they had this like running it was like a running callback with this one character, and it involved like doing a fist bump, and another character did it later on in the film at like the apex of the movie, but that character was never around and had no idea about it from the start. So it was super weird that they did like a callback to characters that wouldn't know about it. Yeah. And you're supposed to go like, oh, wink, yeah. So I don't know. That was a waste of $12.
I'm gonna watch it when it comes out on DVD.
Actually, it was more than 12. It was 16 because it was in 3D. Also, in a movie that did not need to be in 3D. Best part of the whole movie is they finally had they showed an actual like Ford's coming out with Broncos again after like so many years, and those look super cool. So it was like cool to see that.
Was that because that's what OJ was driving after he murdered his wife?
Well, I mean, they carried it on after. Like, my first vehicle was a Bronco, so like as soon as I saw that, I was super stoked.
Did you think about murdering your girlfriend?
I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Not just just everybody.
Yeah.
I know you had a girlfriend.
I don't. If I did, she'd be dead.
Yeah. He did have one. She's in the dirt now.
In the dirt. I also watched, I talked about this a while ago in one of our news segments. It just came out, Cargo. It has...
I haven't watched it yet, but it's on Netflix.
It has Bilbo.
Martin
Freeman in it, yeah. I was super excited for it. It's a cool idea for a movie. You could just tell that it didn't want to be a horror movie, and that it just dragged. I remember, like, I got to a point where I was looking at my phone, and then I was looking at it, and I was like, this movie's still going on. It was super fucking long. And it wasn't bad, but it was nothing. I won't watch it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. But
I'm gonna go see Deadpool 2 tomorrow. I just bought tickets.
hell yeah, I'm going to that this weekend in Edmonton.
Nice.
I'm not gonna see Deadpool till later.
Goof.
I watched, this one was hard to find, but I found it. Urban Legends Final Cut from
Yes.
2000. I
Didn't
fucking
you not
loved
know?
it.
Yeah,
I didn't know for the longest time there was a
you don't know
sequel.
about Bloody Mary then, or did you find that out too? There's a third one.
Is there a third one?
Bloody Mary.
Shit, I gotta get back to work.
Yeah.
But it was fucking awesome. I loved it so much. It had like an actual pretty decent cast. Like they weren't very well known at the time, but there's a lot of big actors and actresses in that film.
Yeah, I remember. That's the one where they're using what are those, the sword fight
Fencing?
fencing. He has a fencing mask.
Yeah, he has a fencing mask, and then at one point they're like showing who it could be, and they're like imposing all these faces on it. I thought it was a fun movie. It's totally right up my alley from 18 years ago. I watched more of It Was Him, the Ed Edwards serial killer documentary. There's 6 episodes, and I just finished 5, and I don't know if I'll watch the 6th one. It just got so fucking ridiculous. It's hard to watch. It's basically, it started out with like a super cool idea, and by the end it's become one dude who thinks Ed Edwards did everything, trying to connect him to everything, and then the other guy being like, even the other guy in the film, because there's 2 main guys, he's going like, no, this isn't possible. Like, you're fucking nuts. Like,
yeah.
The guy's just insane. And then the last thing I watched last night, I watched Wind River.
Great movie.
From 2017. Yeah.
Great movie. So you liked it?
I fucking loved it. That's how you do a third act.
Yeah.
Like, holy
it's dark as shit. And you'll be pleased to know that the douche in that movie, like the, not spoiling anything, but the guy in the end,
yeah,
he is in The Endless.
Really?
Yeah, he plays a pretty crucial role in The Endless.
That
but
was
he's a good
such-
actor, and like Jeremy Renner, Elizabeth Olsen, like
even
so fucking good.
Even that one dude from Walking Dead that we like, I can't remember his name.
John Bernthal, he's so good in that movie.
And he's not even in it for a long time.
Yeah,
but
no, it's just his role is so crucial in the story.
Yeah, he plays such a good character, and what an amazing film.
It is a great movie. Taylor Sheridan, man.
Oh.
He directed that one, but that's like the writer. He wrote Sicario, and he wrote Sicario 2, I believe.
I love Sicario.
And he wrote Hell or High Water, which you need to watch.
That's on my list. But yeah, I'm glad I watched Wind River.
Have you not watched Prisoners yet?
It's on my list.
Okay, but put it to the top of your list.
Switcheroo.
And you will thank me. You're going to adore that movie.
Okay.
It's Denis Villeneuve at his best.
Oh, that's opinion. Like one of his first ones, right? We always talk about.
It's like the third one, but you will never be able to guess that it's
Fifth
like,
Element.
Pardon?
Yeah, it's really great. It's great. You gotta watch it.
That's all I got.
Cool. I got a couple things. One that isn't horror that I'm going to talk about quickly. I already talked about in So Be It, but I finally watched Game Night with Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams.
Is Jason Bateman the same guy as always?
Yes and no. Because I don't know, man, he's won me over this week.
He's more grounded in Game Night, I think. Well,
it's a pretty ridiculous
I saw it a while ago. So.
It's a pretty ridiculous movie, but I just want to say it was fucking awesome. Like, it was one of the best comedies I've seen in a while. Like,
really?
I really enjoyed it. I liked the premise of it.
It's smart.
It's very smart, and I loved how stylized it was. Like, there's scenes where, like, whenever they're in cars, it looks like it's like over top of a Game of Life or like a board game or something. But it was really it was really funny, and like Courtney and I, it killed us. We enjoyed it quite a bit. So check out Game Night if you haven't yet. That's going to be, I believe it's on VOD right now. So
have you guys seen or want to see Tag?
I do. I want to see that.
So
that movie looks so fun.
Yeah. No,
and talking about Jeremy Renner.
And this is kind of similar, but I feel like Tag is going to be like one of the next level ones. So you feel like it's going to be great.
Yeah. I think Tag is going to end up being like the feel good movie of the year. Too.
Yeah, and having Hannibal Buress in it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm just going to get this out of the way. I rewatched Alien Covenant.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Well, let's hear about it.
Okay, so the problem with fandom and working with an existing, well-fleshed-out universe is you'll always be a little more critical, even if you don't notice that you're doing so. And I do feel, I went pretty hard on that movie, and I've been hard on it.
How many? Is this only your second time rewatching?
Yes.
It? Okay.
And by total coincidence, Courtney and I realized we watched it exactly a year after we saw it. Because it came up on Facebook Memories. Oh, shit. I was like, Courtney, holy fuck, we went to Alien Covenant this time last year. And I dug quite a bit of it. I still think it's not that, like, it's not a good movie. I honestly, I wouldn't even say that it's a good movie. I had more fun. Like, I think it also helped being at home and being able to like get up when I wanted to, because it is like there's a lot of it that's just kind of boring. I
think it's also like expectations. Is you expected to watch it again, being like, this is just as bad as I remember, and it probably wasn't.
Yeah,
and the first time you watched it, you expected it to be
exactly a masterpiece.
Yeah. Well, not even a masterpiece. Just because I don't call Prometheus a masterpiece. And I really like that movie, but I do feel like it was a little bit hard on. I feel like people in general, including myself, are a little hard on it. But at the same time, I still I think on So Be It, they asked me like, what's the most disappointing sequel you've seen in a movie, and I still think that it's Covenant, just because of where I thought that the franchise could go.
Yeah, there's a difference between saying like it was the most disappointing, but it wasn't the worst. It was just the most disappointing.
I would still I would choose it over Alien 3, and I'd choose it over Resurrection.
I'd choose it over Resurrection.
But Resurrection is fucking hilarious. But no, like the shit about like the thing about Alien Covenant was like, yes, like the whole cast is just completely disposable. So watching them just get fucked up is fun enough. But the violence is pretty fucking like cartoony, and like it's so over the top. But that's what I liked about this time. Like I didn't even realize it when we first watched it that like what are the ones? It's not a xenomorph, but like the little ones.
Neomorph.
But they're the little ones. Neomorphs are from Prometheus, aren't they? The ones where like it infects in his ear, and then
I can't.
Well, there's one where it just like it doesn't even matter. It's just those little ones.
Those
that,
like backbursters.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, and like it runs around.
Ectomorph, I think.
It knocks a guy's jaw clean off. Yeah, and I'm just like fuck yeah.
Nobody noticed that the first time because it's just chaos. He he fucking takes the guy's jaw.
And I was just like, oh, and then there's another part where he literally crawls out of his face.
Yeah,
I'm just like, okay, so like this movie has its redeeming factors, but it's still pretty disappointing. But that's cool enough for me. I bought it, so I'm happy that I don't have another movie among 100 on there that I fucking hate.
Yeah,
like I have so many movies that I hate on my shelf.
I think the thing that's okay about that movie is you kind of see the xenomorph act more like a xenomorph would, where I find like the xenomorphs in Resurrection are so ridiculous. They're more cartoony, I find.
It's definitely a better movie than Resurrection, but like
the xenomorph in Covenant is more like Terminator. Like he's just consistently going after like targets.
True. Okay. And another one that I watched is, have you guys heard about Shudder? Shudder just released Revenge.
I haven't. Wasn't it? Did they release it just on Shudder? But I thought it was like they got a theatrical release.
It got theatrical, but not in Saskatoon.
Here.
No, but
I've heard of
it.
Yeah,
it's on Shudder, but it's directed by Coralie Farge, I believe her name is. It's starring Matilda and Ingrid Lutz.
Matilda
and Ingrid Lutz, who's the girl from. I was like, what? Has she been in anything else? And she's the main girl in Rings.
Oh,
which I completely forgot about because I hated that movie.
Yeah, that movie is terrible.
But no, Revenge is it's a
revenge movie.
It's a rape revenge movie.
Yeah, like I Spit on Your Grave and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's extremely well shot, and it's like extremely well directed. Like that's where this movie really like the strengths are in just how visually impactful it can be at times. It is one of the most brutally violent movies I've seen in a while, which is a good thing. The violence is awesome. Like seriously, there's gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons of blood in this movie. There was a moment in the first half hour that made me realize that I was going to have to suspend disbelief for a little bit if I was going to be happy or keep watching the movie, because it's a little bit far-fetched. But I'm so happy that I did, because the rest of the movie is just fucking chaotic and insane. It's also got like it's starring ass. It's just ass.
Pardon me.
There's just ass.
Come again.
Like, butts. Like there's like it's this girl's butt just constantly, and it's
like a butt revenge movie.
No, because she plays like it's this. She's basically a normal Instagram model. Like they don't say she's an Instagram model, but it's like to give you an idea of what the movie is. She's like an Instagram model who gets put on. She goes out with this guy who like he's obviously like a millionaire or something like that, and she's on like a secluded ranch of his, but it's like in the middle of the desert, and she's just there to bone him a bunch. And then his two friends come over, and shit gets out of hand, and then it goes from there. That's all I'll say. But like, it's fucking awesome. I think that both of you guys would really, really like it.
Well, it's free on Shutters too. So.
Yeah, it is. Well, but like the things I will say, I honestly got tired of ass. Like, there's so much.
no more ass, please. I'm full.
And it's
I have to say, I find it crazy that we're in the year 2018 and there's only been one movie called Revenge.
Yeah.
Well, they almost had one with Prevenge.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But like, you know, like all those basic one-word things should all be taken by now.
Yeah. But this, like, just quickly, the last thing about this is the movie's finale is just nuts. Like, it's one of the best finales.
So it's ass and nuts.
Yes. There actually is dick too. There's dick in this movie, but just a little bit. But like, and there's
Like
lots of
flaccid.
there's a lot. See,
enough to keep you balanced.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing
Like
too. Is
hard
it was
dick?
directed by like it's one of those movies where like even when we were first watching, Courtney was like looking at me, just being like, are they seriously just going to keep the camera on her ass the whole time? But it's like, I think that's very much intentional. And there's lots of male ass in that movie as well. There's tons of ass for everyone.
Nice.
We're gonna show lots of ass.
But yeah, it was, I dug it actually quite a bit. It was pretty fucking crazy. One last thing I watched is I bought the Blu-ray box set from Scream Factory of the It's Alive trilogy. Do you
I
guys know
saw
it?
that. Yeah.
Killer Babies. Do you guys know anything about, like, they're directed by
I
Larry
haven't
Cohen.
seen it, but I.
Yeah, I just watched the first one.
No, there was enough to make a box set.
Yeah, there's three of them. There's It's Alive, It Lives Again, and It's Alive 3, Island of the Alive. And it's about
That's a fucking good name right there.
Yeah, did you see the special effects? Like the special effects are done by Rick Baker.
Really?
Like way back in the day, but like I'll show you. I just got a picture of that's the baby on the back.
Oh, I don't like that.
But that's the point. It's like
Don't like that baby.
Oh yeah.
Chud baby.
it's like 70. It's very like I was expecting it to be like Chud or Basket Case or anything like that. Everything like that. I'll just tell you guys right now. Neither of you will like this.
So it's not basket case.
No, it's not. It's very straight faced, and it's a
Oh.
very serious.
I like
movie.
Chud.
I like basket
It's
case.
not like Chud.
Yep. No.
Okay.
Like, this is a very serious. Like it's a very serious movie about the fears of childbirth, basically, and it's this couple, this husband and wife. They have a baby boy, and when they have that baby boy, it slaughters everyone in the room. Like, it just comes out of the womb, and it's just
Even
fucking.
the parent?
No, not the mom. No, not the mom. But it apparently only kills when it's scared. But it's a fucking baby. It just came out of a vagina. Of course, it's
it's
scared.
scared.
Yeah, so it's but it's like a legitimate like hunt for this baby around the city. Like they're trying to find this baby that's murdering.
So it
everybody.
comes out of the womb, kills everyone, then takes off.
Yeah,
Does it walk or does it crawl?
it crawls, and it's actually.
How could you not find a fucking baby?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's actually kind of creepy. Like it's genuinely a little bit creepy. It's very dated, obviously, but I've really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to watching the other ones. But it's just not what I was expecting. Like I thought I was getting like a cheesy, like it is cheesy, but
How does it kill? Eat? Does it like bite their necks and shit, or does
yeah,
it?
and it's got sharp teeth, and like it's basically the baby looks like Megamind, but it just pounces on people.
Good reference.
But it's got a whole bunch of heart, and it's actually like no, it actually it actually does though. It's like because the parents are like the mom's obviously like it's still my baby, like I want to take care of it.
Like kill it, right?
No, but then the husband's like it's got to be put down, and then he like becomes a part of the hunt looking for the baby because he's like I'm gonna shoot
Because
this
he's a
fucking-
rational human being.
Yeah, he's like I'm gonna shoot this thing in the fucking head, and he's got his turmoil when he comes down to seeing the baby. It's bonkers, but I liked it. I look forward to seeing the other ones, and I hope they get crazier.
And do they keep a straight face the whole time?
Yes,
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
it's a serious movie. It's not like Basket Case or anything like
I
that.
can't do it.
It's like that Gone in 60 Seconds thing or whatever, where he's about to aim and like shoot.
Oh,
It's like,
Point Break, Point Break,
You know
yeah.
what's fucking hilarious is the finale of It's Alive is the same finale as Gone in 60 Seconds. They thought about like you know where he's driving the Shelby GT 500
Yeah.
at the end. They like the finale is in that same like LA and it's like a bridge under a bridge. You know
But
what
this
I'm
movie's got heart though.
It does got heart. It's got heart, and it's great. I really liked it. So it's cheap enough to a box set for like $35. How can you go wrong? I also got It Follows for $3.99. I already
Oh yeah, I
own
saw
it.
that.
I'm really jealous.
Yeah, like I was like, I can't believe I found this at Dollarama.
You did the right thing though. Is like even if you owned like 8 copies of it, if you saw it for like $3, you're like I have to rescue that.
Well, yeah, and you give it to someone who will appreciate it. Because imagine if some shithead, snot-nosed kid picked that movie up.
Yeah.
Like, I know so many people who weren't
But that's-
smart enough for it.
That's where it's supposed to go. It's like not that movie. Like bad movies are supposed to go there. That's where
I know.
dumpster movies
Well,
go.
and
How the
that-
fuck did that get
I know,
there?
and that's what I say. Even like, but here's my other turn. Is like Underworld 5 or like 4 was there for the same price, and I didn't rescue that one. I let it die.
You know what? Honestly, Underworld doesn't deserve to be there. Even if,
It doesn't. It
no,
doesn't.
it does not.
It doesn't. Even Underworld is too classy for that place.
Yeah.
And I don't hate those movies, but either way, yeah, that's everything that I took in over the last couple of weeks. So, yeah,
Ah,
you guys want to get on some boozies newsies?
Boozy, do you have a lot of newsies?
I think I do actually.
Hell yeah.
Do you have a moderate amount of newsies?
I'm really sweaty right now.
I know. Let's go take a break.
Okay.
All right,
Boozy's newsies.
hit me with that motherfucking news, Booze.
My name's Truckerman Jack, and the highway is my mistress. My 18-wheeler keeps me company all through the night.
Trash radio.
All through the night.
Hi everyone, it's time for news. Zombieland 2 is coming Halloween 2019.
It's the same cast and everything.
Rudy Harrelson.
I don't
With
really
back.
I don't really care.
You don't like Zombieland?
Yeah, I think it's overrated, honestly. I'm just gonna
But the
say
first time, that's the thing is, I feel like the first time I saw Zombieland, I was like, "Holy fuck, this is amazing!"
It's not a
the
repeat
polish
watch.
wears off.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's also like it was great the first time, so we gotta like judge it on that merit. I'm gonna go see a Zombieland 2 for
Also,
sure.
why did it take so long to get a sequel? If
'Cause they did the
everybody
TV
fucking-
show.
If everybody fucking
What?
loved it, there was
They,
a TV show.
yeah, no, they did a TV show and it like with that didn't have the original people involved in it. It was a Zombieland TV show. It was for Amazon and it completely fucking sucked. Apparently, the pilot was one of the worst things ever, so they canceled it.
Why would they choose to be like, hey, you know what? This great movie needs to be a TV show.
Have you seen the world?
I was gonna say.
That happens all the time.
I don't get it.
Yeah, but like that, like so, a Zombieland TV show could have been cool. Like, obviously, it's a time to do. Like, this was like only a couple. Like, people weren't even tired of The Walking Dead yet. It was still like
That was the time.
It was still on trend. But all right, keep going.
Your big dude Mike Flanagan is directing the sequel to The Shining, Doctor Sleep.
Yes.
In what year is he directing?
2020, I think.
2020. And that's based on a Stephen King book I have not read.
I started reading it once because he announced that he was doing that a couple months ago, but then like it was just this week where it was like, okay, it's officially happening now. Like they're moving ahead. I'm incredibly stoked for that. If the guy's proven he can do King adaptations, that's all that I care about. So, and he's done nothing but good movies so far.
Questionable. This one's not like directly related to horror movies, but I thought it was really funny. A town in Lake Worth, Florida had a giant power outage, and you know how they send you like the notifications on your phone, like those for everyone there, and it said that a zombie outbreak was happening too.
Yeah.
That's fucking tight.
And they don't know like who did, because it wasn't intentional.
Yeah,
Somebody
it wasn't
like did it.
intentional. And it was like super well written about how there's a zombie apocalypse. So that'd be kind of cool if it happened here. Toho, who owns Shin Godzilla and does all that stuff, is talking about not doing Shin Godzilla 2. Instead of they're going to be doing their own universe of kaiju.
Yeah, like, it's like once they fully get the rights back
Yeah.
for Godzilla, I think it'll be in 2022 or something, or 2020.
Because they got to do the King Kong universe here first.
Yeah, well, they're doing Godzilla 2, King of Monsters or something like that, and then the Kong versus Godzilla. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to Godzilla 2, though. I'll say that much, because Michael Dougherty, director of Trick or Treat.
I'm actually bummed that I'm not going to see Shin Godzilla 2, because Shin Godzilla 1 was super good.
Yeah, Andy, Shin Godzilla was really good.
I still haven't watched it, but I like
You
looking
didn't
at
like Shin Godzilla?
He thought it was like one of the most boring things ever.
Are you kidding?
I like
That was
looking at the
awesome.
pictures of Godzilla as a slug.
Yeah.
That's why I need to watch it.
That's what I liked about Shin Godzilla too. Is I liked how Godzilla looked and all that like military drama. Like, because that's things I complained about that in the Gareth Edwards version. It was way more interesting in the Shin Godzilla. I found
it was totally like
it served a fucking
Neon
purpose.
Genesis. Like
Yeah.
the all the action scenes are.
I get
super
though
good.
if you're not a cultured person, you might not understand it. So
Next up, PETA
love you, Andy.
PETA is defending the house that Jack built, because apparently there's a ton of animal mutilation in that movie.
Wait, they're defending it?
Yeah,
they're
because
defending
they're I can't remember exactly why they're defending it, but it's like because it's clearly a prop,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't know.
Wait, Peter's defending the movie?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, they're coming to
Because
bat for
everybody was like outraged, because apparently it's just like that.
They had over 100 walkouts. That's what
Yeah.
they're saying.
But if there's animal mutilation, why is PETA defending it?
That's why it's news.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're nutso.
Read it for yourself.
It's weird, but
I want to see that movie so
I can't
bad.
wait. Have you like the trailer? Looks so fucking.
I'm not
good.
a Lars von Trier
I hate
fan.
Lars von Trier's
This movie
movies.
makes me want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't hate them. I just Lars von Trier's movies have never done anything for me. But this looks like a legitimately awesome movie. Like it looks so good.
I love the trailer for it.
Yeah, me too.
It looks just so demented.
Yeah.
And they don't even like hold anything back. Even in the trailer, you're like, "Oh shit, this is what
Yeah,
you're gonna be
like-
Yeah,
seeing."
it's gonna be
And like
fucked.
Matt Dillon hasn't been in much since like Wayward Pines. Has he?
Yeah. And Uma Thurman is in it as well, and she
Yeah.
she hasn't done like too much recently.
No, just
Coke.
Yeah.
Stephen King just released a brand new short
Speaking of
story
Coke.
called Lori for free. So if you're a Stephen King fan, you can go read Lori for free.
Is that a sequel to? No, never mind. I thought I had a joke there. Lost it. I was like, wait, no, it's Carrie, not Corey. So it's not gonna have a pull off here.
Try harder. Fox says there's no plans for more X-Files, so that kind of was dead on arrival.
I think even the fans stopped giving a shit when they
Yeah.
realized that they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't think like anybody really did.
I think the first couple episodes caught a lot of people's attention. Like there's actually a few good X-Files episodes in the first season, but it was also quite garbage. I don't know, at least in my opinion.
Idris Elba is set to direct and star in The Hunchback of Notre Dame for Netflix. I don't know what Idris Elba's been doing lately. He's been making a lot of weird decisions.
Dark Tower. And I don't know. Hopefully this is good.
I love Idris Elba. I just think he makes weird choices for movies.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what he can do behind the director's chair.
But not with The Hunchback. I need something that
And
does.
he's starring in it too.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it.
Something that doesn't have like already a built-in like 800 kids movies and everybody kind of knows the general plot of it.
Are there people complaining yet that is he going to be the Hunchback?
I don't know.
Are there people
I think he
complaining? Are
actually-
there people complaining? Be
My
like, oh,
Hunchback is not
not
black.
my Hunchback.
my Hunchback's a white gibble person, not a black one.
That's all I got for news this week,
Hey.
dudes.
So there's a Boba Fett Star Wars movie reportedly in the works, directed by James Mangold, who directed Logan.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would see. I'm down for that. I'm down for. I'm going to Edmonton this weekend, and Deadpool's been out for what, 2 weeks, a week?
1 week.
Okay. Han Solo comes out tonight.
Yeah.
And Courtney and I.
Oh, it's just solo.
Yeah, but we're not going. I'm gonna go to it when I can. But it's bonkers to me that I'm not rushing out to see a Star Wars movie, and I'm choosing Deadpool 2 first.
Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2 first. But no, Boba Fett. That's a story that could use a spinoff because
everyone loves him, but nobody really knows why.
Exactly.
It's
yeah.
because of all the like canon stuff afterwards
Yeah.
that wasn't directly in the films is all the cool stuff he did.
Like the
'Cause-
video game and everything.
Yeah, because in the actual movie he did fuck all.
No, he got killed.
Can you both please watch Logan?
I know.
It's so good. I think
Why?
there's a chance you'll like it. It's a very.
I know I'll like it. I just
you're gonna love it. But I think that there's a chance that Boozy will like it too because my bet would be that you'd be more on the side of liking it than not because it's totally not what you think it is. It's like a super. I don't want to use buzzwords, but it's very grounded.
Use buzzwords. Use buzzwords.
Use all beep beep beep. Use all the words.
Because it's not actually like this, but to put it in Boozy terms, it's kind of like if Drive were to be a old superhero, but but it's like
Old Ryan Gosling.
he's old man Logan. He's all washed up, and it's
What kind of car does he drive?
a beater or a limo, and there's tits in it.
He drives a limo. With
Rated
boobs.
X. Rated R. X-Men movie.
Yeah, there's boobs in it. Within the first
Well,
5 minutes,
that's all you needed to say from the start.
Driving boobs.
within the first 5 minutes, you see 10 heads being lobbed off. You don't see that in
Go back
superhero
to the
movies.
boobs.
Yes. I'm gonna watch Logan again tonight.
There's some news that only pertains to me and Mitch, but they announced that one of the mazes at Hollywood Horror Nights this year is trick or treat themed.
And I'm very excited.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Trick
So-
or treat.
What more do we want?
Exactly.
That's
So
perfect.
Lana, if you don't know about that yet, never
Oh, she
mind. You
knows.
tagged us in it.
Yeah, she tagged us in it. Cool. All right, you guys want to get into our main feature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
The Gift, directed by Joel Edgerton, which came out in 2015.
Joel
Produced-
Edgerton from Star Wars lore.
what?
Yes, he's in the Ewan McGregor trilogy.
Oh yeah, I
Is
get
he?
those two mixed up all the time.
He was.
Who
He's
the
a.
fuck is he in those?
Was he not?
He's Ben,
he's a-
isn't he?
Yeah, he's
He's Ben.
He's Uncle Ben. He's young Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
I'm
I think.
more of an Aunt Beru guy myself.
Yeah, she's smoking.
Oh my god, good joke.
Thank you.
Oh,
like
I
that.
just got
Somebody
it.
fucking
Oh,
pick that up.
that was good. I got that late. But,
Oh, that
all
was
right,
good.
here comes The Gift, starring Patrick Bateman. That's the joke.
And welcome back to our main feature presentation, which is going to be on Lana's pick. Lana from Boston's pick.
Boys.
The Gift, which came out in 2015, which is directed by Joel Edgerton and written by Joel Edgerton, starring Joel Edgerton, and starring Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall. And also Roy from The Office.
And
I was about to say, fucking Roy's in this.
And it's fitting that Lana chose The Gift because she is a gift.
She is a gift. Okay, so The Gift is based on a young married couple's lives are thrown into a harrowing tailspin when an acquaintance from the husband's past brings mysterious gifts and a horrifying secret to light after more than 20 years. What I want to get out of the way quick before we get talking on this is this one, even though it is like it's a few years old and everything, I feel like people still haven't fully a lot of people haven't seen this movie yet.
This is my first time watching it.
Yeah, and was it your first time too, Boozy?
Yeah, like I had heard about it, but I like even reading the description, I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this.
Yeah, so I want to make sure we do a spoiler-free review at first, and then we'll get into spoilers. But the spoiler-free will be very short and straight to the point, talking about if we liked it. Try and leave out major plot points because this movie does have a ton of twists. And it is better seen when you don't know much about it. All right, so I guess so. This is a first time for you two. I've seen this movie 4 times.
Wait, do we have an audio clip from Lana? Did she send one?
Yes, and thank you for reminding me because I almost forgot. Okay, I'm gonna pull that up right now. Actually, so you guys know.
So this is what Lana had to say about The Gift.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having me for Guest Fest this week. Thanks so much for watching The Gift. I chose this movie because I think it's so methodical, it's so psychologically thrilling, it's so fucked up. I love how complex the characters are and how layered they are, and how everyone is keeping secrets and nobody really, knows one another. And I am probably the most scared of that, actually. Not actually knowing, who you're sleeping next to every night, or like who your friends are, or who people were in the past before you met them. That's something that's always kind of that I've been scared of, I guess. It's like one of my biggest fears, obviously. So I hope you guys enjoyed the movie, and thank you so much for, being my friend, and I can't wait to see 2 out of 3 of you in October. Boozy, I still love you, but I'll come to Canada soon, I promise. But love you guys, thank you, and have a great episode. Bye.
Thanks, Lana. We agree. Fuck Boozy.
What a delightful human being.
Yeah, she's such a sweetheart. Okay, so yeah, like that's obviously. Thank you so much for sending in that.
Thank you, Piglet.
Sending in that message, Piglet. Oh yeah, that's cute. You guys got pet names for each other.
Why is this a thing? I just saw it on Twitter.
I can't remember. I think it's because somebody calls her Piglet, and then she started calling me a Piglet, so I started calling her Piglet, and it just kind of stuck.
You guys are a bunch of fucking piglets.
I prefer Baby Boy.
Yeah. All right. Well, just to get out of the way, I guess since I've seen this movie before. If you guys are cool, I'll go first, and then we can go around the table. But
no,
Jesus Christ!
I saw this movie on. I saw this movie on opening weekend actually because one, I've always been attracted. Like I'll always go out and see the Blumhouse movies if they look even remotely promising because I just like what that company does for horror. And obviously I've liked Joel Edgerton a lot. The moment that I realized how much I liked him was after seeing Warrior, which is an incredible UFC movie. If you haven't seen it, even if you're not a UFC fan, you will love it. It's so good. It's have you not seen that? It's Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy.
I was gonna say, is it where he fights Tom Hardy? Yes, I've seen that.
It's so fucking good. But yeah, I feel like this movie was an incredible accomplishment by Joel Edgerton, being the fact that he wrote, directed, and starred in. In my opinion, it's one of the most memorable psychological horror movies in recent years. Also, Joel Edgerton is straight from Australia, and he has a crazy, wicked, like Australian accent, like thick.
Holy shit,
thick.
I didn't know that.
And you've never seen that. It just shows he's such a good actor, and he's proven that over the years. And Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall are both perfect casts for this movie, I felt. I have always kind of had a love-hate relationship with Jason Bateman because he does play the same character in a lot of movies.
He pigeonholed himself really hard.
He did, but the thing is, I feel like he's really breaking out of it now in recent years, especially this movie. One of the things I was not looking forward to about The Gift is I was like, it's just Jason Bateman going to be a sarcastic prick the whole time. And he does that to an extent, but there's so much to his character, and I feel like Jason Bateman was the right choice for that character because I feel like he pulled him off perfectly. So we'll get to that in spoilers, but I also really like Rebecca Hall, who I first saw her in The Town with Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner.
That was a fucking good
such a good movie. And she was also in a supernatural horror movie that I saw a couple of years ago. That was a huge sleeper for me because it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it's called The Awakening. And there's a chance you might know. You guys, neither of you will like it. It's a supernatural horror movie. It's
just another one of those.
But the thing is, I feel like it's more. I feel like that one's actually a standout. So if you haven't seen The Awakening, and it's almost solely because of Rebecca Hall's performance, she's just a really good actress.
Also, there are some really good minor characters in here, like Busy Phillips
from
Freaks and Geeks. Like the whole time, I'm like, holy shit! Like she should be doing a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
And also Allison Tolman from Fargo.
Yes.
And she plays like such a good like neighbor.
Yeah.
She doesn't really, but like she's fucking awesome in Fargo, and it's crazy to just see her like in such a smaller role here.
Yeah, no doubt. And like, but I feel like this type of movie is a dying breed. Like you don't see these types of psychological horror movies anymore. We saw them especially a lot in the 90s. That was a big trend.
Like with Seven and stuff like that.
Yeah, and even like I would like Seven and Silence of the Lambs, stuff like that. Like granted, this movie isn't even like either of those movies, but in the same kind of tone. Like it's almost like a smaller budget, but you can't really tell. Like it's not about the budget or the effects or what's going on. It's about the actual characters.
Well, this movie reminded me a ton of The Invitation.
Yeah, The Invitation, and you can tell that Joel Edgerton is like heavily influenced. And I actually read up on this afterwards, so I found out that like he is. This movie's a Fincher movie. Like it feels a lot like a David Fincher movie.
On the note where you say like they don't make a lot of movies like this anymore, you're right. And it's like when they it seems like when they try and make movies like this, they have to shoehorn some supernatural element into it.
Yeah, no, totally, and like that's why, and especially since he was coming out of Blumhouse, I was like, what? There's gonna be some kind of twist to that. But like while it is a little predictable at times, there's way more story in the history behind Simon and Gordo. Like that's what's the most compelling part.
Simon and Garfunkel. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, but in my opinion, that's the most compelling part of the story and how far these people are willing to go. Basically, like what Lana said, the last thing that I'm gonna say is that people are the fucking worst. Yeah. That's all I'll say. Is like this is a movie that really shows how ugly humanity can be, and like Lana said, that it's one of her major fears now is just people and like how you couldn't just not know someone. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but I've had to learn that firsthand over the last couple of years of like people who I considered extremely good friends of mine, really close friends that I would like confide in, talk to, that I would hung out with a lot, and then I find out a thing about their past and I'm like, I never want to see this person again.
And yet you still podcast with them.
Exactly. No, but it just made me like I'm so grateful for the great group of friends that I have but it's made me, I used to be a lot more social than I am now and liked meeting new people and everything like that. And don't get me wrong, I like meeting talking to all of our listeners and everything like that. But I'm just talking about people in general. I'm more hesitant to let people become close friends.
Healthy distrust.
Yeah, well, I don't spill my guts to everybody, you know, like there's certain things that you just don't tell people. Or
you know what's a good way to live your life is fuck people who don't fuck with you.
Yeah, no, I'm that's how
I don't
my
fuck
life.
with you. I don't fuck around with you no more.
Hey.
But I like, obviously you can already tell I really like this movie. I found it to be very effective. I thought it was competently shot. I thought it was competently. It was above average in almost all aspects. It worked for me, and I bought it when it came out, and this was my 4th time seeing it. So I really enjoyed it, and I would like to hear what you guys thought, because this is the first time for both of you guys. You want to go first?
I like it.
You like it?
To me, I really like Jason Bateman in this movie, and to me, because I've always I know that you're not the big, like you said, you have a love-hate Jason Bateman fan, but I love a lot of stupid comedies, so I've always been a big Jason.
Were you an Arrested Development fan?
Yeah.
I see. That's where I feel if you're an Arrested Development fan, you tend to like Jason Bateman.
But that's where he started his character.
I could never get into Arrested Development.
Really?
I never got.
I find that Jason Bateman's character is John Krasinski from The Office. I find they're so the same.
Everybody has told me, if there's ever a show that I would like, it's Arrested Development. I'm like, I don't know why I can't get into it.
Crazy.
It just doesn't
I
work
prefer
for me.
It's Always Sunny, but I do love Arrested Development.
Arrested Development's like super
dry.
And I like
dry, but
shit.
it's like it's not raunchy at all. Like
No,
we're
It's Always Sunny is
It's
like,
Always Sunny is the
super
complete
depraved.
opposite. Yeah.
Okay, so continue on with your thoughts.
So like I've always liked Jason Bateman, and to me, so I liked him going into this, but to me he impressed me so much in this movie, and he did for me in this movie what Jason Sudeikis did for me in Colossus.
Totally.
Where it's like
Colossal.
That's it.
Yes.
Colossal. Where like I've always liked Jason Sudeikis. Again, he's pigeonholed as the same character in every single movie too, but he. Just the way that he acted and like the stuff that he did and
You
how
saw a side from him that you've never seen.
yeah, exactly,
before.
and I loved it, and I hope we see more of that from Jason. Oh, I haven't seen Ozark. Is Jason Bateman
Actually, yeah, and that's another one. I watched all Ozark. Would have been ended last year. I loved it. I thought it was great.
And is Jason Bateman more
He's
like
really
that?
good. Yeah, he's actually. I really liked him, and that's the show that got me kind of more on board with him. Especially is I like because he's more of a normal dude who's kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I relate to those people.
Just like you.
Yeah. No, Ozark was cool though. I like that show.
No, I really like this movie. I love Joel Edgerton in this movie too. He just so off-putting.
Yeah.
It's even at the start, like it's just when he's just being a nice guy. But it's just like leave me alone type of thing.
I related with him so much.
Yeah, and that's where I want to get into when we get into spoilers is like this movie really makes you test where your sympathies go and like how far you can be sympathetic towards people in any form. Like this movie is like I feel like it's actually better than a lot of people say. I'm glad Lana suggested this one because if you haven't seen it, I think that you should be watching this movie because it's a very competent movie. Boozy, what did you think?
I also really enjoyed it.
3 for 3.
At the start, I wasn't
That's a rarity.
super
That's the triple T.
into Jason Bateman's character, just because I was kind of stuck in that like he's always the same guy,
Yeah.
and then you kind of watch him like flick a switch, and it's like watching. You guys ever had a friend who has like really bad anger problems, but you don't notice it from the first couple times hanging out with them?
Yeah, that's me.
It's Mitch.
Yeah, that's me.
But yeah, and then you
I
you
relate,
see it and you're like, holy fuck, who is this guy?
Yeah, like I that's one of the reasons I actually don't like. I have said before. I don't know if I've said on the show, but the reason I've not liked Jason Bateman is that he reminds me of me. Not in the sense of what he looks like. It's like I'm a sarcastic asshole, and I'm like that kind of prick sometimes. So I'm like, and I hate those aspects about myself. But that's
Me
why.
too.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But no, I totally agree with you though. He there's a lot to say in spoilers.
And I guess this one thing I can say without it actually being a spoiler is I like the way the camera focused on things that made you terrified, but nothing jumped out at you. If that makes sense.
It was Hitchcockian tension. It was actually
Yeah,
you could tell he's Hitchcock. It was an influence.
It actually reminded me a ton of another Joel Edgerton film, which is It Comes at Night. Is there's a big focus, not just because he's in it. It's there's a big focus on what you think is there versus what they show you.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I really enjoy in a lot of movies because your mind always thinks of something better than what is on the screen.
Remind me. Okay, actually, I should just get this out of the way right now, just so I don't forget. But I watch it because I own this movie on Blu-ray, and I watched the alternate ending, which I hadn't seen before. And like,
This
I read it. I read up on it. So
there's an
I'm
alternate.
not aware.
Can you remind me to talk about it in spoilers?
because I was gonna mention it.
Fucking
Yeah.
Netflix doesn't tell you that kind of information. They're just like,
Netflix.
enjoy this movie, you
Is this
prick.
on Netflix?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
fuck,
why I watched it.
Go watch Netflix. Go watch it on Netflix.
But
Go watch
it doesn't
Netflix.
have the other ending.
All right, so there's three of us really enjoy this movie. So there we go. There you have it.
Did
Thank you,
Courtney
Lana.
enjoy it? 'Cause
Yeah,
she definitely
Courtney's
watched
seen
it.
it.
with
She's
you.
seen it twice.
Okay.
Like that's why I watched it once in theaters, once when it came out, and then
Did
once
it
when Courtney
actually
and I
have
started
a
dating.
theatrical run?
Yeah.
It did, yeah. Me and Mike Grant went to it.
Because I didn't hear about this for a long time.
I
Yep.
always got this movie mixed up with The Box.
Yeah, and that's a shit show.
That movie
of a
fucking
movie.
sucks.
Is that the one with the button?
With Cameron Diaz.
Like you hit the button, you get $1 million, but like a stranger.
I'm gonna
dies
go
or
home and
something.
watch that.
But that's what almost what I was talking about too is these types of movies. Like I feel like The Gift is one of those. It was one of those rare movies that we just don't get these anymore. People are always complaining about oversaturation of superheroes and like action movies and sequels and stuff like that.
Or
But like the thing is,
reimagining, yeah.
but exactly. But this was a completely original movie, and it had a stellar cast, and I think it might have done okay. It did okay at the box office because it was made with such a little amount of money.
I'm surprised it went to theaters.
Exactly,
honestly.
but that's because like, but you know, in the '90s, this movie would have been #1 in the box office for a couple weeks.
Well, it's
like,
the same. It's with every medium. People always complain, "Oh, like, fuck, all they make is Call of Duty. All they make is Fortnite."
Exactly.
And a new fucking original game comes out, and
but
it
if
gets
you're paying attention, this stuff happens every
Exactly.
once in a while. Yeah, this stuff, and like obviously it doesn't happen as much anymore.
Yeah.
But you got to take advantage. Like, keep an eye out for this kind of stuff. Like, that's even the. But that's the thing is, like, there's been some kind of shittier ones in recent. With the no, but I'm talking about like Girl on a Train last year was one. I think that was last year.
David Fincher.
That's Gone Girl. You're thinking Gone Girl's great.
I love that movie.
Girl on a Train was a pile of garbage. And Courtney, we were so excited to go see it because that's one of her favorite movies. The Snowman. I was just about to say that, which I still haven't talked about on the podcast. That Courtney and I watched it and we turned it off.
I want to watch it.
I will be shocked if you make it through it. It is so fucking
challenge
bad.
Accepted.
Yeah, and even like I know I haven't heard a single person say a good thing about this movie, but like it is next fucking level garbage. And that
watch me fucking like it too.
I guarantee you won't. Like there's no faith in me that you'll like it. I thought that was fucking hilarious on a previous episode where Diego was talking about it. He's like, isn't his name Harry Hole? I was like, no, there's no way they would name a character Harry Hole. And he's like, it's Harry Hole. Like Fassbender plays a guy named Harry Hole.
He just reads the script. He's like, yep, that's me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
when do I play the flute?
Apparently, like, and Lana said specifically that she read The Snowman. It's fucking amazing. Like, apparently the book is so good. I can just tell you the movie's shit. But all right, you guys want to get into spoilers?
Sure, let's do the spoiler time.
All right, so this is your time to check out. You know where to find us: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
You know what it is.
Yeah, rate and review us. Boozy's not going to be with us next week, so Diego and I are going to try and find something to do because our next episode for listener appreciation is Dreamcatcher, and I want you to be here for that one.
Oh fuck! I was gonna say, thank God I missed that.
No, but also, do you know where you're drawing Lana tonight?
Someone's drawing Lana on me, not me though.
I can't draw.
On your
it's
butt.
not gonna be on my fucking face, that's for sure.
On your butt.
Sure.
Okay.
My butt's pretty hairy though.
No, but we don't want to get that.
We don't want to give her a mustache.
Well, not a mustache, and we don't want to get reported.
Well, you can't tell if you drew it like in that like crux of your knee. That kind of looks like a butt too.
Well, yes. All right. Well, moral of the story is Diego and I are going to try to find something to do next week.
Are you for sure seeing Deadpool this weekend?
Yes.
Did poop.
Cool.
Okay.
Wow, that was
great.
I was like,
that was great.
I was like, maybe we should do an episode on that, but I was like, no, because that's like a week from now that we'll be doing this again. So
yeah, and I have some ideas
Okay.
to bring some people in. I have a couple ideas.
Yeah, I'm gone for like 2 weeks.
I'm not going to tell you on air right now.
My name's Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, so spoilers.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Uno.
go. All right. So this is a miserable fucking movie.
Oh man,
Like it's so fucking dark.
that ending.
All right, so
Hell yeah.
just before I forget, like, because I want to get this alternate ending thing out of the way. So the way that the movie ends, or no, we got to work our way through
Yeah,
this.
you
You can't just
Yeah.
fucking
Spoilers.
go straight to
That's-
Here's the alternate
But
ending.
basically, Jason Bateman. This movie is a total like effects.
It's a
of
slow car
bullying.
crash.
Yeah, but it's an effects of bullying. Like the movie's very much based on bullying, and you learn over the course of the movie that Simon, played by Jason Bateman, used to bully Joel Edgerton's character.
But I love the way he transforms from like, I don't know why this guy keeps coming around, and then he's like, yeah, I bullied the shit out of this guy.
It's because he's the most manipulative piece of shit.
And yeah,
That's
and
what
then,
they show.
at the start of the movie, you're like, oh, he's Mr. Successful, and then you realize he fucks everybody over.
Yeah, he fucks everybody to get his way, and that's even his own wife. Like he's blaming Robin's paranoia and her worries on her medication.
Which I thought that they would go a little bit harder into that. I feel like that was kind of thrown in.
That's just him being manipulative.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with her medication.
Yeah, I think that's why they just barely touched on it because they didn't
it has
really have much
nothing
to
to do with
explain.
it. It was just he was
See,
like
I took it as like she had a problem before, and they didn't explore it enough. They were kind of just like, yeah, she used to do drugs.
yeah. Well, I think she abused him a little bit, but that's the thing too is that puts her in an incredibly vulnerable situation, being like a recovering addict. And then him blaming
I think that if they're
when he knows damn well he's the piece of shit.
I still think that if they actually would have went further with that storyline, it would have made her a much more sympathetic character. Not saying I'm not trying to pick up faults. I'm just kind of like talking about the story in general. As I think that would have added to the story.
Yeah, I disagree, but I can see where you're coming from. I understand that
Because it makes her seem like a much more vulnerable character than how she is already, which is extremely vulnerable.
Yeah, totally. Then it's like this is. It always just shows that bullies will always be bullies in some form of capacity. Like in some capacity, they're never going to change.
That's because that's his response to any sort of adversity or any sort of.
It's just all he knows too. It's he's gotten his way his whole life by fucking people over.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, he goes straight for that sort of activity, which you see in the karaoke scene. What would that be?
Like
the
after,
trivia scene?
like when he confronts him in the parkade.
That's when he really shifts.
Yeah, that's when the whole tone shifts. Really.
That's when,
but you see that, like, because up till then it was kind of implied that he was kind of an asshole, and that's when you really see, like, that's his inner kid come out again.
His reaction to not getting his way is to be physical.
Yeah, and to just like fucking manipulate someone and to just bring them down in any possible way that you can.
Yeah,
and like what you learn from I believe it's Simon's sister tells Robin, Rebecca Hall's character, about how they're talking about Gordo, and she says, "Oh, like that wasn't that the kid who got molested." And they started talking, and Gordo started the rumor that he was molested. And that's one thing is that
did Gordo start that rumor?
No, Simon started that rumor about Gordo.
Yeah.
No, and then that's what happened is they touch on, like, see, a lot of these little touches are so subtle, and I think that's the strength. Like how I like that they don't delve fully into like these little side stories. Like they touch base on how Gordo, like Simon spread the rumor that Gordo was molested because he was just a weirdo and it was just something for him to do at school. And then the result of that was Gordo was beaten to shit by his dad because his dad thought he was gay.
Yeah.
And he set him on fire. Like he burnt his back. Like his back is completely burnt. And
do they show that?
In the alternate ending they do. And I don't think they needed to. And like that's what we'll get to. But I feel like they made the right choice with the alternate, with the correct ending that they left with. But he put him in military camp and everything like that, and so you just see all these years later, like that was a small little rumor on that Simon spread was a fucking it destroys his life.
That's
and
old Simon Says shit.
Totally, and then there's just so many little things, and then he's continued doing these things over the years in smaller ways, in the ways of belittling his wife or making her feel smaller, or like that she's a problem. On top of that,
he's definitely like the breadwinner of the two, and he just gives her whatever he wants, but he also uses that as leverage.
Yeah, he likes that because he's in control.
Yeah,
and also he fucks over one of his coworkers who's in the running for a promotion that he's in the running for, and
that was a great swerve.
Yeah, well, he fabricates like a rumor basically.
They never go too deep into that. Hey, I think I like the fact that you don't know.
Yeah. Well, that they kind of show when I believe his name is Danny. He shows up at the celebration party and he throws a brick through his window.
Yeah,
and he's like screaming at him like, "You fucked up my life," and like you.
Also, I'm pretty sure that dude's from like comedies.
I've seen
him before.
That guy's in. I'm pretty sure he's in like Horrible Bosses.
Yeah,
with Jason Bateman. Like.
Yeah, and like so that's where you learn that that's partially where you learn that he fucked him over, but where you learn fully how messed up Jason Bateman's character is, Simon, is Robin discovers a couple files. Like he did a background check on Gordo.
Oh yeah. And
so it shows he had two files, and one was on Gordo and one was on Danny, the guy who he's fucking over for his career. And in those scenes, like this is after countless scenes and days in the movie of him denying him even like knowing this Gordo guy at all, and how he barely had any relationship with him, and he thought that he was the weirdo. He was trying to explain to her that he's dangerous or he's a psychopath.
I really like that sort of, because at the start you're portrayed to think that Gordo is like this fucking weirdo, and he kind of is, but at the same time you kind of figure out that maybe his intentions aren't as bad as you think.
I think he's a complete fucking maniac, and he was made that way. But that's why, like, because the moral of this story is like, what's the consequences of retaliation, and is it worth it? Like, is he to blame as much for, like, he's doing things arguably more shitty than what Jason Bateman did? Arguably, I don't think so, but like, well, if he rapes his wife, that's putting it way too fucking far. Yeah. That's what we'll get into, is like, if he actually did that. But like that just shows like that's where he becomes not sympathetic at all. Like,
but I looked at it as almost like a weird like Stockholm syndrome thing, is that he was kind of trying to bury a hatchet. I don't feel at the start that there was anything overly aggressive about what he was doing. It was very strange, yes.
He put fish in her pond and then killed them.
He killed them after because there was a reason. I don't think he would have.
And then he stole the dog.
That was a great swerve because I was like, oh, that fucking dog better not have anything bad happen. And I think I liked more the fact that he just gave it back because it's like that's a power move.
Yeah, but then he also invites him over to a dinner party at his house that isn't his house.
Yeah,
Like that's the thing is, while I was watching it, I didn't fully realize how crazy it is.
But I can honestly sympathize with that, where he sees how great of a life Jason Bateman has made for himself, and he's trying to not one up, but like middle ground with him. And like as crazy as that fucking sounds, it makes sense.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is in the alternate ending, and what I gathered even before the alternate ending is that you learn at the end that this was all calculated. Yeah. Every single thing that every single movie did was to get revenge, to fuck up Jason Bateman's life and to fuck with him. It wasn't actually authentic in the sense where he just bumped into him and was like, maybe I'll give him a chance. Like,
I guess that's just how I took it.
Yeah.
Is he kind of retaliated based on circumstance?
I can see that just because of how subtle everything is too. I can see how you could have the debate of either sides of that story, but that's how I felt. And then in the alternate ending, the only difference is the scene where you're in the you're at the end, you're in the hospital, and Jason Bateman sees his wife holding their baby, and she won't let him come near the baby. And she says that she wants a divorce. He loses his job, so everything is fucking ended for him. And Gordo's just watching him, and he's got his arm in a sling, and he walks away, and he puts the sling on the table. So you saw that he's not even hurt.
But I saw that.
Yeah, no, that's in the real
okay.
The ending. The alternate ending is the same scene, but you start seeing flashbacks of every single thing that he did, and like how he set up that he knew that they were going to be at that store at the beginning. He knew he fully intentionally like went and put fish in their pond to try and win them over. He tried, and then he sent them the apology note, and it shows that him breaking into the house that wasn't his to stage everything, and then he sets up mics because he's outside in his car. When he says I need to go take a phone call, he's in his car listening to what they're saying. And that's when he starts mocking him, like he's seeing, like it's almost like how far is he going to go, like is this guy changed at all? And then it just keeps fucking going. He keeps doing those things, and it shows him physically put a syringe in Rebecca Hall's drinks to make sure she passes out, and then he breaks into her house, and it still leaves it ambiguous as to if he actually impregnated her or if he just wanted to fuck with him and make him think that might not be your baby for the rest of his life.
What did you guys take that as?
I don't think he did it.
I don't think he did it.
But I also, the more I thought about it, I was like, everything was pretty fucked up that he did.
I feel like he did it.
I just like how he's like, I didn't do it. Or maybe I did.
Yeah.
That's the best part, though, is you'll never know. And I think that's what makes it 10 times better. If it was a solid ending, you'd be like, oh, but I love that it's so open.
Yeah, it's sickening. It's downright disturbing. And that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Could you imagine paying child support for a kid that you don't know if it's yours?
Could you imagine? But also if your wife was raped? Like, and then
like,
that's like, I'm surprised.
Never thought of it that way.
You brought that up first.
Well, maybe you had a turkey baster.
Either way, it's like that's to me. That's not where I thought about it. I just thought about like how, because if I was in that situation, granted, I'm also not a living, breathing piece of shit. I'm just a little bit of a piece of shit. I would still take care of the kid no matter what. Poo-poo? Yeah, like, well, I'd want to take care of the kid. That's just a personal thing. But to know that that might not be your kid is obviously disturbing. But what's more disturbing is that he brought all that pain on that woman. How like she had no part of this when she was younger, and that's why I feel like he didn't do it, because she didn't directly do anything to him.
And she was actually very nice to him all the time.
But she got a little crazy, but rightfully so. Like she had a reason to be, and I feel like he kind of had that reasoning at least. Mm-hmm. But because
this movie is like slightly not a ton, but it's slightly a home invasion movie.
It totally is. It's a life invasion
movie.
I've said that before.
Life invasion, yeah.
But yeah,
it's getting cloudy out there. Sorry, I just looked out the window because I thought I saw someone walk by.
No,
it's just a ghost.
That's pretty much everything I have to say about The Gift. So I love that movie, and I'm glad that Lana picked it. I don't know if you guys have anything else. Like, what were the standout moments for you guys?
For me, it was when it was right after the dinner party, and like he wouldn't let them out.
Yeah,
like he was like taking forever, and he's just staring and watching.
That's a Diego move.
Yeah, and that's where the movie really grabbed me in, because I when I started the movie, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like, because it is a slow burn. And I just because I've been so unfocused lately, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be for me. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna like liking this. But I ended up like, I was enjoying it, but then right at that moment where I was like, okay, I'm 100% hooked in because I wanted to see how much more it would progress because that's when he really kind of started retaliating and acting out, and to me that's when the movie really grabbed me in. So
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's why I told you at your show, I was just like, I think this will be an easy one for you to jump back into because like I just feel like this is a movie that I would honestly recommend to anybody.
It's easy to digest.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. Is like it is as fucked up as it is. It's not like you're seeing brutal violence or anything like that.
It's implied.
Yeah, like my mom would love this movie. Like that's the kind of I just feel like this is a movie.
It's the good old fashioned psychological thriller.
Yeah, exactly. So
well, hold on. Let's talk about what else came out that year.
Oh god, that was so recently.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. Yeah,
he might have started his career then.
The Witch came out that year.
Oh,
great movie.
What
Krampus.
a fucking terrible year.
Which other one?
Krampus.
There we go.
Movie.
The Hallow. We Are Still Here. Bone Tomahawk.
Oh, fuck.
Deathgasm.
Oh shit.
Maggie. Devil's Candy.
Oh,
in the
shit.
States.
Yeah, this was such a good year.
Grain Room.
Oh shit.
God damn. I'm trying to look. What else? The Invitation, which we talked about.
Oh shit.
Southbound.
My throat hurts. I can't keep doing it.
Howl. The Blackcoat's Daughter. This is such a fucking good year.
That's the thing. Some of those, like the Devil's Candy and Blackcoat's Daughter, we didn't get until 2017.
But that's when they were technically released.
Yes, but that was a great year.
Well, actually,
that's why I feel like, and that's the other thing too, is when people talk about, like I was asked on the So Be It podcast, like how I feel about the current state of horror. Like I think it's fucking awesome.
It's doing great.
I think
we're
awesome.
selling out big time.
Well, I think like, and
we're making money.
It's what
I thought you meant like selling out as in like.
No, we're making that bank.
No, but even what I said on So Be It is that I feel like horror is the one place where you can go for actual original content, and this is a prime example. I didn't bring this one up, but The Gift, like there's not like while it can be compared in tone to a lot of movies, this just is different. It's something we don't get this anymore. And I would really like to see what Joel Edgerton's going to do next from the directing
I love
front.
Joel Edgerton.
He's awesome.
He's a nice boy.
Let's talk about who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. Do you guys sympathize with Joel Edgerton?
I sympathize with Rebecca
Jason
Hall.
Bateman.
That's it.
Just
Rebecca Hall. That's it.
that's it.
Yeah. If I had to, I would just say like obviously
Did Jason Bateman deserve it?
No.
No. Like,
Not like.
Yes.
Not to that.
Not to that
extent.
Not the baby
I
thing.
think he did deserve it.
He
though,
did deserve
because
to be fucked with.
At your formative years, to have that much shit happen to you, that is an impact on your entire life.
Totally. Yeah. And it shows that he did this to multiple people too.
It's
Yeah,
like, man,
but you
let it go.
You don't think it's just it's not just a joke. You like he actually ruined his life because moving forward, you're at such a formative age. That's your whole life right there.
Yeah. No.
That's what you remember.
It shows how fucking damaging though those high school years can be too. But and how. People don't forget those kinds of things. That's another thing, is that this movie clearly shows that people do not forget.
That's a good analogy of this movie. Actually, people don't forget.
Yeah,
should have been on the tagline.
Can be.
That probably would have spoiled the movie though.
Yeah, but it's true. Like how you can hold on to hate after all these years, or you can hold on to a grudge like that. I totally can.
I was gonna say, do you guys hold grudges?
I hold crazy grudges.
So do I.
I'm so bad with it. But also I feel like the people who I hold grudges for deserve it. But I held a grudge that was a little bit... I held it for quite a long time. Like, I'm not going to talk about that.
I used to, and then me and Mitch became friends, and it was gone. So.
Yeah. Good answer.
Are you gifting Mitch?
Yeah, just waiting. Every year that passes by, something new is going to happen.
Hear the doorbell ring, and I'm going to go to the door, and there's just going to be a goldfish.
Oh, every once in a while.
Koi
like,
fish.
Every once in a while, like I still want to try and fuck with you these days. Like
I miss it.
I know. Well, just like last night, I was at work, and I was driving around at like...
You're like, I wish I was in Mitch's house in his closet.
Yeah. I was driving around at like 3 a.m, and I was actually tempted to come to your house and knock on your window. I was on my break at work, and I was like, I want to fuck with Mitch.
Please don't do that, because also Courtney is here, and she's a lunatic.
Well, I didn't do it just because I was like, he's sleeping. He's got to get up for work in the morning.
Yeah, like granted that would be hilarious, but there's some good shit.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah. So you feel like he deserved it?
To that extent, no. I think if she was completely left out of it and he was just fucking with him, yes.
Yeah, and
because I would love to do some of that shit to somebody.
See, I never got bullied, so I don't like. I can't relate.
You never got bullied?
No, I was.
Oh man, that's like a rites of passage.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I think, like, because I've thought about this before, because Diego's mentioned that before as well, and I think that you just were never in the situation to get bullied.
No, the thing is, people try to bully me, but I put a stop to it before it even really
They're
happened.
Haha, you like
To your
tacos?
face.
Haha.
Yeah, like,
They stopped doing it to your face.
oh yeah, but like that's what I mean. Like, I never had any rumors spread about me. I never had people talking about me behind my back that ended up going anywhere, like to the point where it turned into bullying. No, I had people who would try and like bully me, and I would fucking knock them out. Like, I never had any problems because people were afraid to bully me. So
Yeah.
Well, shit, we're pussies.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think, like, because honestly, it's kind of a touch. Like, I was bullied for like 1 year when I was a kid. I think we talked about this on an episode, but like it was only 1 year, but it was brutal. But I honestly, this makes me sound like a douche, but I deserve it. I kind of turned into a bully, I found, and I caught myself doing that, and I stopped.
Well, I mean, you got what you deserved because your parents got divorced.
Exactly. I was taking out
and I was waiting to find out the best place to talk about your parents' divorce.
There's here one per episode.
But no, that's the thing, is like when I was getting bullied, it was people talking about how my parents couldn't even stay together. And so like that's like
Also,
kids
I
are
think-
fucking harsh.
I think that's something where Diego missed out on that. Is like, man, if your parents get divorced, like you
There's
get
some
fucking
ammo.
roasted and you have nothing to do with it. He's like, your parents don't love you,
And you
It's
could
like,
potentially
fuck.
get roasted from 2 schools of kids because you have to move schools. Because that's the other thing, is like when my parents got divorced, I had to move schools. This one really fucking fat goth chick, like just a complete piece of shit girl, spread a rumor that I moved schools because I got made fun of for liking Savage Garden.
What?
Hell yeah.
I'm serious. That was
Yeah,
like-
someone was
Savage Garden.
Yeah, someone was like, "Oh, you like Savage Garden?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah,
yeah.
I do."
No, but like the thing is,
Bully me.
that wasn't me. Like that's not. I'm like, no, actually, my parents got a divorce. You fucking idiot. Like,
No, for me, like,
grimace.
for me, I'm not
See,
even.
there's the bully.
I'm not even trying to say this.
Yeah, you just
Called her
did both
grim-
sides
It's
right
called
there.
her grimace.
This big fucking fat goth
I can't even
chick
feel
bullied-
bad for Mitch anymore.
Yeah, see, that's a. Oh,
No, for me,
I'm
and
conflicted though.
I'm not even okay. Like, if we're gonna be real for a second, and I'm not even trying to sound like a tough guy or be like, oh yeah, I never had any problems. No, I legit was never bullied because people were. I was known as being. Like I have been my whole life. I was known as being the fucking crazy one. So like people were afraid.
Wild card.
Yeah, people were afraid to bully me. Because
That's why you keep up that front, because it's been working for you. For so
exactly.
long.
It's
a
become who I
friend.
am. Yeah. But like no, yeah, I've never been bullied, and I was actually the one who would always stand up. Believe it or not, I stood up for the people who got bullied.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is like when I say that I bullied though, I bullied bullies. That was a big
That's
thing.
the thing.
That
Like
I did.
I would beat the shit out of people who were bullying other kids.
Well, I've gotten my ass kicked because I would stand up for someone, and I would see a bully being like the bottom line in high school is like, you fuck with my friends, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I could not fight this person. Like, he was much bigger than me, and I barked. I barked hard, and then I got my ass kicked.
What?
Well, I
Woof,
just,
woof, woof, woof. What the fuck's this guy barking
I
at
didn't
him?
physically bark. No, but it's like, you know what I mean. Like you.
You bark is bigger than you bite.
Well, just being like you fucking like I was in my share of fair fights, and I lost that one. But like, yeah, I fought a lot when I was in high
I
school.
think it sounds better if Mitch actually just barked at people.
Yeah, I
barked at
actually
him.
did that for a while too. I was actually known for that. And you know how I went crazy in 2016?
Yeah.
Well, that
That
happened
was a
in
bad year for Mitch.
Yeah, but that happened in
that
2000.
was a rough Mitch.
That happened in 2012, and my thing was barking at people. I got kicked out of bars because I was barking at women.
That seems like more like you're harassing
Yeah,
people.
that's
But
not.
that- but
But
that-
women are
Yeah,
women harassing
but
you and
here's-
beating you up?
But here's the thing: it's so obviously a joke, and it's so stupid that I can't believe anyone would take it seriously. Like even all my friends, like everyone.
But it's because
started
people
doing it.
don't know you.
Yeah, but everyone started doing. We'd be at Finn's.
See, you
I
were
just-
the leader of a pack, basically.
I literally was. But no, like
Alpha wolf.
yeah. Well, we'd be at Finn's. Like, ooh, sup, little mama.
Now you're just being
That-
a predator.
now you're just catcalling.
I don't like this at all.
Oh, this is a weird
I was
conversation.
listening.
I love it.
I was listening to a lot of DMX at the time.
As you would in
This went
2012.
Crazy off the rails. You guys want?
I don't even feel bad for you anymore. It's
you.
over.
No, but that I just shot myself in the foot. I wasn't barking directly at women either. I just barked really
Barking
loud.
about women?
No, well, they at Finn's they took.
They deserved it?
No, yeah, they were. If you would have seen the way they were dressed. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my god! Holy shit!
No,
Holy fuck!
no, but like
Lana's
bottom,
gonna love this.
what I'm being actually serious about is like my barking was like we at Finn's, our favorite Irish pub. they had a Buckhunter.
Oh, yeah.
Buckhunter, and I got kicked out of that bar because I was barking and playing Buckhunter too loud. Like, you saw me in 2016.
Oh, I think you meant 2012.
Yeah, but that happened then too.
2016. Yeah, that was a bad...
Yeah, this happened
So
before.
you just go back to Buckhunter when times are tough?
Yes, that's what I do. I buck hunt and bark.
He would have done it too if he was of age when his parents got divorced.
Bark and buck hunter. Yeah, no, seriously. Instead, I just cried and
dealt with the pain.
jacked my wiener.
Nice.
Little peen.
Arf.
All right, this is interesting.
Woof woof. All right, let's get back in. So me and Diego will be back next week. Boozy's not going to be here. We're going to miss him. Hopefully he'll hear us barking when he'll be on the coast. But yeah, so we'll see you. We'll announce on our Instagram, stuff like that, what we're going to do next week, but we'll figure something out.
Thanks again, Lana, for the pick. It was a great movie. I'm glad I finally got an excuse to watch it.
Thank you, Lana.
For all the picks.
Hopefully she stayed until this point where she could hear us think.
I wonder if her opinion on me is going to change. I'm not a piece of... I wasn't actually...
We know.
But I wasn't actually barking at
It's just
women.
funny
It's just funny
poke
to
you.
roast you on air. So.
Yeah, they got me.
We're bullying you.
Yeah, but
we got him in a corner.
you play that game, Keep the Girls Away. You've never played that, where it's like you just want to make sure.
My face keeps the girls away. I don't need to play no fucking games.
Just bark. All right, woof woof. See you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Stay woofy.
Stay spooky, everybody. Love you.